Aloha, coming to you again from Big Island of Hawaii, here in Kailua Kona. I am trying to upload something that I keep putting off because I've been under the weather. I have been dealing with some vertigo, that's always fun, feeling dizzy, but I figure if I don't just get this out, it may never happen. So this seems to be a theme in my YouTube video stuff. But anyway, it's such a beautiful day, so pretty. So I thought I would sit out here and get some fresh air and just mention this ongoing conversation of a blood test for bipolar disorder. What? Is that possible? Yes, it's possible. So for so many reasons, people do not want a blood test for bipolar disorder to hit the market. I will leave that to your imagination as to why. But we live on a planet that is really driven monetarily, unfortunately, and there are so many people like ourselves, my family, that have been affected so deeply and sadly by so many mental illnesses and addiction. And so I wanted to put out there just to try and on a personal ground, kind of grassroots level, to try and, like, my hair is going to crack me up, get this information out there to you guys. Funky hair and all. So basically, like I said, I'm a little like under the weather, but I'm just gonna go for it. So my dad goes by Dr. T. Thiru. It's a shortened version of our last name. This hair is cracking me up. I'll just make it stand straight up for kicks. Be entertaining. Yeah, so we'll just call him Dr. T, my dad, for ease, because our last name is Thiruvengadam, and that's just too long today for me. Anyway, yeah, because of some struggles that my brother went through in his lifetime that ended up costing him his life and costing us his life. He took his life basically over many attempts of suicide throughout his life that ended up drinking himself to death and just kind of giving up at the age of 46. 2013 is when we lost my brother. So our family has been through many tragedies on many levels and continues to deal with the repercussions of the sadness that surrounds these illnesses that unfortunately really have a hold on the planet. Many people on the planet. So many lives, many families and friends of people suffering. It's a very extended web of suffering. So the blood test that my dad worked on for almost 30 years has culminated in this kind of conundrum where this kind of information could help so many people, but then it could really tear into the profits of so many companies. So a lot of people make money on people not being diagnosed appropriately. So they may be diagnosed with one disorder and get medication for that, spend money on that on all different levels, and then come to find out, oh, that's not your diagnosis. We'll try this diagnosis. And on goes this kind of guinea pig experience, right? That so many of us are familiar with. And so if there were a blood test that you could simply take, just go in like to your regular lab and have them draw your blood and do this simple test. And when you come out, you either know you have it or you don't. And then move forward and hopefully, find some more peaceful resolution quicker. My father has also found a far better way of treating bipolar disorder with way less side effects. So not only could you have a clear diagnosis, but you could also have medication that is actually more appropriate because it's treating what you actually have and with less side effects. And so those are the two main things I wanted to get out in this video and just keep it short, even though I'm known to be a rambler. Sorry, I'm a rambler. I'm an artist and I ramble. But I really, I'm 54, going on 55 at the end of the year, and my dad has really dedicated his life to this, and we have tried so many avenues and spent a lot of money, and other people have invested money, and it's just not gone anywhere. And so you can only wonder, like, what is the wall? What is the block between us and getting this information out to the world? Because it would just ease so much pain and suffering. Not to say that additional help isn't needed, like therapy and adjunctive therapies and supportive care for families and friends and the person who is dealing with these mental issues, mental disorders, but to have something, to have some hope in a very dark world of suffering. It's just a light of hope, a spark of hope that we hope ignites and spreads. We have so many wildfires that are such symbols of tragedy right now, especially. And I love the idea. I use it in my own art. Wildfires to wildflowers. So I'm really hoping that this movement, my dad and I, through this YouTube channel of Bipolar Fellowship, we're hoping that the fellowship embraces this research and on a grassroots level that it really plants seeds that flourish into wildflowers, because so many people living with bipolar are exquisite. They are incredible. I have this on my phone. I have a little star charm because I really think of my brother as a shooting star. Like, people living with bipolar disorder are often artists. They are often creatives. There are so many famous creatives that had or have bipolar disorder that the mania charges their creativity, but then they just tank with the depression. So I think it's really important to remember that. I've been an art therapist. I had a 30-year career as an art therapist and a full life as an artist. So I know how important it is, after doing my own self-care and my own work on seeking support for my own mental health, how important it is to have many people, a team of people supporting the entire family and system, the whole community, to uplift all these beautiful spirits, not only the people that are dealing with the actual illness, but also those that love them. So, coming to you on a beautiful day here in Hawaii, and I hope this reaches the people that it's meant to reach, and I hope it moves the hearts that it's meant to move, and the movement begins. After 30 years, it's almost like a new beginning. So, rock on with your bad selves, and I really hope that you take this information and share it. Please share these videos with people, and we don't really care about the numbers of people. We don't care if you subscribe to the channel. We really don't. It's basically just if we could touch a life, because we had one life. At least, we'd actually had more than one life, but my brother's life specifically, if we just say his life is worth infinite lives, to not die in vain and to have his spirit touch others' lives and spirits and maybe spread some healing and some relief. This world needs a lot of love and care, tender loving care around these disorders. And if my dad's research can help in any way, that would be amazing. So, to this day, he has helped many people find their way and navigate these muddy waters. And I think of it like an armada, this naval ship that is huge. It's like, how do you get this through the oceans? of mental illness, but follow the light, and all of you are the light. So hope to see you again here. Aloha.